Hello folks, Cory here. Welcome back to my channel. We have a sort of witchy occult book haul. It's not really a haul, more like a recap, overview, summary. We have books that I picked up in January and February of 2020. I have no idea what we're going to title this video, but that's essentially what we're doing here. I want to share with you guys the books that I picked up last month and this month. We've got some occult books. We have some witchcraft books. We have some fiction books that are craft related, kind of. And I'll explain that in a minute. But mostly I just kind of wanted to sit down here and chat with you guys and really just share books. I made an attempt to record some videos using some other formats or some other recording equipment. Needless to say, it did not go so well. I got frustrated. I kind of gave up. Editing those videos was just, it wasn't working out. So here we are, we're in front of the webcam, and for the foreseeable future, videos are going to be done on the webcam. So the next witchy book reviews will probably be on the two books that I have tried so hard to record the past 2 months. And those are the Book of Good Angels and the, oh boy, Clavis and Fernie. I don't know why I keep forgetting that name, from ANJA Press. These are facsimile books, so they are copies of ancient grimoires. And you know what? We're going to use the good old webcam to talk about those guys. So those will be in the next couple videos. Just using the equipment I have. Not going to stress myself out. We're not going to try and test out new things when really I feel like it's more important to get the video out to you guys and get the information out than to not have anything uploaded at all, right? So we're working with what we got, okay? Now, the books that I purchased in January were really left-hand path leaning and more traditional witchcraft based, whereas the books that I picked up in February were basically all books of friends and folks that I really admire. So we've got new to me authors on this side and folks that I've been following forever that I love and adore on this side. So we'll start with the January books, right? These first two books were basically recommended to me as primers, kind of introductory books to the left-hand path, books that are really going to lay a foundation for me so that when I dive into the left-hand path leaning books from ANJA Press and the next publisher that we're going to be talking about here in a minute, I understand what they're talking about. So let's just call it what it is. They're basically intro books for me. At least they were recommended that way. So this first book, you can see a lot of post-it notes. This is Qabalah, Qliphoth, and Goetic Magic by Thomas Karlsson. Yeah, right? Had this book like a month, and it's already been beat to hell and back. So this is exactly what it is, you know, so far. It is talking about the Qabalah, Qliphoth, and Goetic Magic. So this, so far, I'm halfway through it. There will be a witchy book review on it, but I'm really enjoying it. As you can see, taking a lot of notes, digging in. This is one of those books where I kind of felt that I needed to read a section or chapter, digest it a little bit, take some notes, write down some thoughts and feelings before moving on to the next section. And I have a feeling I'm going to do that with the next book as well. But so far, so good. Okay, there are a lot of really great diagrams in here, some just wonderful information. We also have some great, you know, photos in here, full color in the center that are just beautiful. But I'm really enjoying taking my time with this guy. published by ANJA. I bought it directly from them, their website, but I believe you can get a copy of this from Amazon as well. This next book, my lord, this was a pain in the butt to track down. The most recent edition of this book is published by Starfire Publishing. This is Nightside of Eden by Kenneth Grant, and he did 3 trilogies along this line. The book was originally printed in 1977. Don't quote me on that yet. 1977, hey! By Frederick Muller Limited. The edition that I have was published in 1994 by Skoob Books Publishing. I'm only on page 25, you guys, so can't really talk about it. We'll probably do a witchy book review on this one as well, but I ended up having to buy this sucker on eBay from a bookseller in Hawaii. Starfire Publishing doesn't ship to the US. Like, I had to, if I was in the UK, I could purchase the book from them. They've got a US kind of distributor, J.D. Holmes Books. They didn't have any copies of this book on there. They had some of Kenneth's other books from his other trilogies, but not Nightside of Eden. So this was a pain in the butt. I was looking online for probably a good 3 or 4 weeks before I ended up picking this up. But I have it now, and we'll be chatting about it. And also chatting about, is it really worth it? Because for the amount of money that I paid for this book, I was like, y'all better have some deep, dark secrets in here that will just transform my craft practice, because holy shit. All right. Now these next 3 are all from the same publisher, also an indie publisher, Anathema Publishing, which is based in Canada. And we will be doing an indie spotlight on them, but the next spotlight I want to do is specifically on Scarlet imprint, because they really kicked off my love for purchasing books from indie cult publishers. So I really wanted to talk about them next, but we will be getting to these guys as well. And also Troy Books, they'll be coming up in there soon. So the first book that I added to my cart, they have this really great series called Pillars, which each volume is basically an anthology of essays, notes, sometimes artwork, all related to the same topic. And this one is Circling the Compass. So of course we're talking about circle casting, setting your compass, however you refer to it. And look at how beautiful this is. I'm really falling in love with these amazing hardback editions from all of these indie publishers. They are just so well put together. Look at this embossed in the back. This is mine. The book didn't come this way. Kind of smeared it. Look at that. We've got the Ouroboros and the star seal here. Oh, this is beautiful. And so with my study of traditional witchcraft, especially, you know, last year really diving into it, and this year as well, taking it even deeper, picking up a book like this was really kind of at the top of my list. I have been really gravitating towards anthology essay style books where I'm getting a lot of different perspectives on the same topic. I feel like that's really helpful with getting a much deeper understanding of certain topics, certain techniques even. You know, I'm able to get fresh perspectives, look at things from different angles, and really find things that work for me that I may not have been exposed to if I was reading just one author or focused on one singular tradition. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, haven't gotten too far into this one yet either. I really need to focus on finishing one book. One book at a time, so I can really pop out those witchy book reviews for you and let you guys know my full thoughts on each one of these books. But I already have a feeling that I'm going to be buying more volumes from the Pillars series. These next two books are from the same author, and I didn't realize it until I bought them. But that actually kind of works out, because then I can see her style in two different volumes. So the first one was Crafting the Art of Tradition, and this one also focuses on traditional witchcraft, and just really talking about tools, different traditions, kind of putting together your own tradition in a way. It really appealed to me and was something that I needed to pick up. And of course, again, you guys, every time I get a new book, I'm like, ooh, and I jump in and start reading the first few pages and then realize, okay, stop. You need to put this down and you need to re-pick up the book that you're reading and finish it. Do any of you guys also do that? Let me know in the comments below. I would really be interested to know if this is just a me thing or if anybody else does that, where you just get so excited you have to start reading it and then stop yourself, because otherwise you're in the middle of 25 books at once. The next book that I got from her is The Hanged God, because of my love for the Norse pantheon, and my deep connection to Odin. He's not my patron god, Freyr is, but he still has a very special place in my heart with all of the work that we did way back in the day, 2012, 2013, 2014, where I was really on this big adventure with the runes, picking up more books on him and really, connecting with him. And really this one is also about the archetype of the Hanged One as well. It's just something that I wanted to get a little bit more into this year. So I was really excited to see this on there and had to go get it. So that was January. And again, February, I love these guys. Not that I'm not really excited about the set that I bought in January, but February, these hold a really special place in my heart because each one of these authors I love. And, two of these are debut books, but I've read material and blog posts and listened to a podcast for one of them for years, you guys. And I'm really, really excited about what they put out this year. And then I have a whole stack of books from an author that I just love and adore. So let's dive into the very first one. Debut author by Matt Auryn, Psychic Witch. You guys, oh my God. I pre-ordered this the second pre-orders opened on Amazon. I love Matt's blog. I don't know what else to say. I already have a feeling that I'm going to instantly love this book, and I've only read the introduction so far. So just really great foundational text. We're talking about really what sets a foundation for witchcraft, right? Building our psychic abilities. So this is a metaphysical guide to meditation, magic, and manifestation. Y'all, the number of exercises in this book alone kind of took me aback, but I'm actually really excited for that. I'm like, ooh, like he didn't just like lay out some information and say, go figure it out on your own. He gave you some homework to do. So really proud of you, Matt. And I'm so excited. There will be a witchy book review on this, guaranteed. It's happening. So I'm really, really thrilled to have this in my hands and cannot wait to read this book and share with you guys my thoughts on that. This next one, I already have several books of his. You guys know this. But this one, oh my God. Devin Hunter created my dream coffee table book. And it is a coffee table grimoire. Look how pretty. This is like so Pinterest gorgeous. I can't even stand it. All of the photographs in here are Devin's. He basically gave us a grimoire with correspondences, recipes, spells, associations, information, and he did it with visuals, you guys. This is like, and these photos are Pinterest worthy, can I just say? Oh my God. And his own sigils are on here as well. That fluorite tower. It's so pretty. But this book, you guys, I've already skimmed this several times and copied recipes out of it because I'm like, we're doing that. We're doing it. We're getting hands-on this year, you guys, with the exercises and the recipes. This 100% is a grimoire for 2020. Look at that. Devin, your photographs, just freaking gorgeous. I love when a witch says, here's a grimoire, and here are photos showing you what this shit should look like. You know, because I'm a very visual person. So having a gorgeous, modern, visual, pictorial grimoire, it's just, this is something that I've always wanted. And I love the Modern Witch podcast. I love Devin's writing style to begin with. This is amazing. And my hat is off to you, sir, because, oh, how beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, this next one, also a podcaster, and thank you so much, Paige, for writing this book because I am horrible with plants and it's one of my goals this year to get unhorrible. So your book came just in time. This is Green Witchcraft, written by Paige Vanderbeck, aka the Fat Feminist Witch. And her podcast is the Fat Feminist Witch podcast. This it actually wasn't published by Llewellyn. Rockridge Press published this book. And, you know, we've got plants, but we also have crystals. We've got herbs in here. I was just only able to skim through it. We've got planting tips, you guys. And that's what I need. Paige lives in the city. So I needed a book that was very down to earth and practical. I mean, Paige is a Capricorn. Let's be honest here. You don't get more down to earth than that. And she really kind of breaks it down for you. But this is also very beginner friendly. She also talks about what real witches do, right? She approaches it from someone who's had zero experience. So let's dive in and let's focus on green witchcraft. So I was really excited to learn that she had written a book, number one, and that number two, it was on this very topic. So thank you, Paige. This was something that I needed in my life, and now I have it. So we'll let you guys know how that one goes. The next and last 5 books are all from the same author because I adore her. She is fabulous. She is the one and only Deborah Blake, and I had to get these. So, A Year and a Day of Everyday Witchcraft, 366 Ways to Witchify Your Life. I love the Everyday Witchcraft series. You guys know I have Everyday Witchcraft. It was like the first witchy book review I did. It just wasn't in video format. It's on my website. And I have so many copies of books from Deborah. I have her Witchcraft on a Shoestring. I'm gonna butcher this title. It should be Coven Grove and Circle. Let's see if I got it right. If I can find it in my huge, I have a really large ebook library, y'all. Very big. Oh, I also have A Witch's Dozen. Excellent book. Where did it go? Where are you? Ah, Circle, Coven, and Grove. Yes, so I got it right. I don't know if it can show me like the book cover on here. Maybe. Aha! There you go. I believe this was her very first book, A Year of Magical Practice. Love this book. Her books were one of the first ones where I had physical copies. They were kind of falling apart at that point. They were some of the first ones that I ended up buying ebook versions of, her and Christopher Penczak. So I do have a lot of her books, but somehow this one escaped me. I was like, what? And really, this is a companion to Everyday Witchcraft, one of the companions to it. And it is essentially, we've got magic for each and every day. So it's calendar format. Let's see, it is February 27th. Let's take a look here. We talk about breathing, right? And tomorrow, February 28th, healing bath salts. Oh my God, she even has leap day in here. Fabulous. So, had to get it. This is one of those, if you're feeling stuck in your practice, grab a book like this so you can easily, even Llewellyn Spell a Day Almanacs, so you can flip open to whatever day it is, right? And do the exercise there. You know, you don't have to think about it too often. Normally, books like this, I mean, the one for today is about breathing. Let's actually take a look at that a little bit closer. Because breathing is kind of a foundational component to really most magical practices, magical work in general. In general, as a society, we breathe all wrong. Yeah. I know you wouldn't think that there was a right way and a wrong way, but there is, and we're doing it wrong. Don't believe me? Stop reading for a minute and concentrate on your breathing. Is it slow and deep, going down into your diaphragm, or is it rapid and shallow? Uh-huh, me too. I love her writing style. She's one of my favorite authors of all time. Some of this has to do with how busy and rushed and tense we all are. Some of it is lack of mindfulness. We just don't pay any attention to our breathing, and unfortunately, we pay for that with increased anxiety and other physical and mental issues. And of course, that makes it more difficult to be spiritual. It's no accident that much of yoga practice focuses on the breath. True statement. Try this. Pay attention to your breathing when you do magical work. Once you cast your circle, take your place in front of your altar or go outside and stand under the moon and take a few moments to simply breathe. Consciously slow down and breathe more deeply. Feel the movement of the air in your lungs. Allow anything negative to be floated out of you when you exhale, and breathe in positive energy when you inhale. See if this makes a difference in the power of your magic. And when you feel particularly anxious or stressed, remember this feeling of calmness and power and take a few deep breaths. That's pretty great, right? It is potent, but it's also very simple in its execution. You don't need any tools. You are just breathing, but you're paying you're paying attention to your breath. It's a mindfulness act, right? And so something simple like that, when we hit a roadblock, to flip it open, get to a page like that and complete the exercise. It's only going to take a few minutes to go outside and just take a few really deep breaths and just exhale it all out, right? So absolutely fabulous. Now, I bought all of these books from Deborah's Etsy store. I really recommend, if the author has an Etsy shop or a shop on their website, buy directly from them if you can, rather than Amazon. You're putting money into your author's pocket. And most likely than not, they have opportunities where they can sign the book for you. So really love this. She also included a really, really cute lapis heart in my package. And this, okay, I have to show you this bookmark for a quick second before we talk about the next book. With these two little charms, Bad Witch, Good Witch. We've got little Swarovski bind code crystals on there. How cute, you guys. This is cute. This bookmark is adorable. So thank you, Deborah, for my little bookmark. And again, another signed one. The Little Book of Cat Magic. Spells, Charms, and Tales. My cat is one of those where if anything magical is going on, if I'm studying, if I'm reading cards, if I've got lit candles, which always terrifies me, she will dig her nose into it. She will jump up on my altar. She will get in my lap. She will lay down on my cards. I have this video on my phone where I'm doing a rune casting, and she literally interrupted it. So I started filming her. She just kept rubbing her head on my rune set. This was a rune from citrine stones. So it wasn't my wooden rune set that I've had forever. It was a newer set of citrine stones with runes carved onto them. And she just kept rubbing her face all over these stones. I was like, all right, so I guess that's my cue to stop reading. Are you like claiming this as yours? What the hell? So I really love this. This was like a 2-bundle set on Deborah's Etsy shop. And I was like, I really need this. Because if I have, you know, if I find some really great activities in here, some magic that I can do with Midnight and get her like involved in the piece of magic that I'm doing, then, you know, maybe she'll tone it down when I actually have to like go to work for me. Probably not. This will probably just keep encouraging her, but hey, she seems to be a magical cat, so why not perform a little cat magic, right? And then these next 3 are a series. This is Deborah's Baba Yaga fiction series. We have Wickedly Dangerous, Wickedly Wonderful, Wickedly Powerful. And you guys, I'm not that far into the first book, and already I'm like, oh, I love this. And I want to get her other, she has another trilogy as well of fiction books, but I mean, we have the amazing mystical Baba Yaga, obviously not looking the way she's traditionally portrayed, right? It looks pretty good for 85 years old. Am I right? We have a talking dog that's actually a disguised dragon. And I'm only on chapter 3. So I am fascinated. I am already hooked. Yeah. I'm hooked. So this was another one, you know, you could get all 3 in one go. And yes, she signed these as well. To Cory, Be Dangerous, Deborah Blake. So really, really excited about these ones for the most, because I haven't really had an opportunity to do a lot of kind of relaxed fiction reading recently. Things have been pretty hectic at work. When I have, you know, picked up books, it's usually, you know, for study purposes, you know, in order to further my craft practice, get some more knowledge, you know, reading books as like a pretext for other books that I need to read. And so my free time right now is pretty limited, but I've had to go to some appointments recently where I've had to sit out in the waiting room or just kind of hang out for a long period of time. So that's what I did at the last appointment drop off that I went to. I had to sit in the waiting room for about 50 minutes, and I brought this book. That's also why she's kind of beat up already. But had her in my bag, pulled it out, started reading, and I was like, holy crap. And when who I was there with came out from their appointment, I was like, oh, I have to stop reading and we have to go. So there you have it. These are the books that I picked up in January and February. I mean, honestly, I hope that they inspire you. Share with me what you guys picked up in January and February. What are you guys currently reading? And which one of these books, if any, would you most like to see a witchy book review on? So leave that down in the comments for me, okay? The next few videos are probably going to come at you pretty fast and heavy because I've just accepted the fact that this webcam is what we got. And so we're going to go back to just recording videos sitting in my office chair. All right, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, week, month. I hope Mercury retrograde has been pretty smooth sailing for you. It has not been for me, but it is what it is. I'm a Virgo. I am ruled by the planet Mercury. When it goes retrograde, shit just kind of sucks for me, and that is how it is. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, or at least a pretty easy time. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. And until next time, guys, blessed be.